What is up, Broncos country? I'm your host, Dak. Joining me is my partner in crime in Mile High, Montoya. We got a special show for you guys today. We usually like to do our annual quarterback rankings this time of the year before we head into training camp. Last year, we put out a top 10. I would say it's much rather different this time around. Things have done changed, so it's very exciting. But also going with us today, we got a special guest getting into the festivities. So let's get into it. Do you even Broncos, bro? Because I know a special guest that does, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
Even Broncos, bro.
Touchdowns and tackles, our spirits are high. From the mile-high cheers, we reach for the sky. Analyze instead. Every week we grind. Passions in our hearts, leave no fan behind. The heart of the game, let's make it clear. Do you even Broncos, Bro? You know we here. Do you even Broncos, bro, when we hit that field? Orange and blue pride, it's our strength and our shield. Every win, every loss, we deal with the flow. Broncos Bros on the mic, let the whole world know.
Let's go. Let the whole world know that tomorrow is NFL training camp. Let's go.
Let's
But
go.
welcome back, guys, ladies and gentlemen. If this is your first time watching us, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It would go a long way. If you're watching us on Twitter, switch on over. If you're watching us on Facebook, switch on over. Subscribe, hit the notification bell because we got a lots to get into. But I'm glad to be here. How was your weekend and how was your week, rather, Montoya?
Man, let me tell you, it was a good week. It was a long week. Had a great weekend. Went to Darius Rucker at Red Rocks with my cousin, and dude, it was a blast. That was a great time. He played some great music, some good old country jams, and
I like Darius Rucker.
oh, dude, he was awesome, man. He was awesome. It was a great time. It was a good weekend. Spent some time with the kiddos. Got myself and my son's haircuts. Had to take him out for haircuts,
Adorable.
get them all freshened up.
You look
But other than that, man, it was a long week. It's been feeling like a long week. It's another end of the month, but the best end of the month because there's no more Sundays without football after
yeah.
this. So we're gonna be riding high. Training camp starts this week. That's why obviously you see I got my gear back on. Tis the season. So I'm excited to get into all the actual football talk.
Yes, me
Um,
too. No
how was
more.
your week? How are you
It
doing
was
going in?
good. My week was really good. I've been pretty productive. Saturday, I had the opportunity to watch the fights. My boy Anthony Joshua had a second round knockout. I mean, he had full scared. He held his own. He stayed in there. He drops bombs for the win, bro. Victorious, my guy, AJ. He will be matching up now with Tyson Fury really soon. But that's boxing. I love boxing. I've been blowing up the Twitter feed with boxing. I've been so into it lately. Because I know a lot about boxing. I'm just saying, I just know a lot about it.
Good.
But hey.
Gotta stay diverse. Now if you would just start watching hockey, we'd be good.
Oh, yeah. But enough of that. It was good. I mean, I've got to spend some time with my little boy on Saturday. It was just great time. But let's we got a guest coming on here shortly. So ladies and gentlemen, please check out like, share, and subscribe. As I said before, check out our shows that we have throughout the week. Different shows, different content coming along. Mondays and Fridays at 11 a.m. With Orange and Blue Blitz, Isaiah, and then Broncos Bros, yours truly. Tuesdays, Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue with Jay and Johnny. And then Wednesdays at 2:30, we got Doc and JT. And then we got Broncos Talk. Oh, and I can't forget Chris either on Mile High Symposium. Gotta love him. Broncos Talk with Bronco Libre and Adon. Thursdays, we got the Mile High Outcast with Tim Dog.
No,
Yeah, gotta love him. And then Viva Los Broncos on Fridays. And then now that the season's about to kick off, we will be having, some of our other shows that we have. Our what do you call it? It's like a marathon of football, talk podcasting.
three
So yeah.
games and everything. Yeah, that'll be
And when
coming.
you're doing that, if you would try to catch yourself a dub. Ladies and gentlemen, check out our sponsor, W. Use code OBN10. Check out their website. They have a lot of flavors on their website. It's crazy. It's like 31 flavors up in there. But it is the energy. It is the jitterless energy blend. So again, 10% discount. Use OBN10. Like I said, no sugars, no calories, no maltodextrin, no fillers, no artificial colors. You like it, you love it. Jay, the Dreamweaver with Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue, swears by it. He always has that little container with it. But after that, in case, on game day, check out our other sponsor. We got two of them. Lily's Beauty Salon, ladies and gentlemen, located at 11776. Sorry, I put too many sevens in there. Kearney Way, Thornton, Colorado. Business hours Wednesdays through Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. But then on Sundays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. And please, if you need a cut, trim, fade, or braid, contact Lily to avoid game day shade at 720-210-7996. Appointment only. So check her out as well. I'm from what I've heard, because I don't live in Denver, but I hear her business is booming. So go check her out, ladies and gentlemen.
Definitely show some love. Definitely show some love. We're happy to be here with you guys tonight. Appreciate all the fans and everybody coming in. Make sure you share. Tell everybody to join. We're going to have some great topics tonight, of course, releasing our top 10 QBs going into the season. I think it's going to be interesting to see how the three of us have our takes and go into it. So I'll get into some comments here in the meantime while we wait for our special guest to join the show.
Yeah.
We got Shy Vargas in the house. Hype man. Appreciate you, Shy. What's up, brother? He said, hey, guys. He's been doing his own TikTok live streamings. Make sure you check him out. Check him out on TikTok. He's awesome, man. He gets hype. He loves his football. We got Cody Chepa in the house. He said, let's freaking go, boys. Cody's awesome, man. He's doing the Still Up Sports.
Just did another 24.
Just did another 24-hour over the weekend. So, man's crazy. Man's crazy. Man is crazy with it. Killing the game. Appreciate you, Cody. We got Arcadia in the house. Yeah. She said, hi, George. I'm sure she meant Dak too, but
That's okay.
appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing the comments. Smash the like button, of course. Like, share, subscribe. Oh, it's Cody give you the boxing gloves. Boxing gloves. We can definitely. Boxing can be a topic.
Yeah. It can be. We love to talk all sports. So, our special guest has chimed in, but before, are we caught up to comments, or did we wrap up?
Let me do these last four, and then we'll bring them in.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I am so sorry for stepping on your toes.
Oh,
Shame
no, you're okay. You're getting flashbacks of last year. It's okay.
I did, yeah.
Tim Dog, his daughter turned 22 this weekend. My niece, I was able to take them to the grill to the park, and
Shout out.
was able to say what's up and everything before I left. Cody, he says can't miss the show and had to stay up for my Broncos Bros because he Broncos Bros. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I can see, I swear.
He's tuned in, my guy. He's tuned.
Legendary show incoming, folks. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be a blast. Our special guest is in the background waiting, and boy, I can't tell you how excited we are to have him on. He's huge in the community. He's been doing tons of work.
Yeah,
Love his edits and his videos. He's gonna be killing it, man. He's
Denver
gonna
Trav, man. I'm excited to
Denver Trav.
link up
Denver
with him.
Trav.
I
He
think
will
he
be
does.
joining us.
I think he does Broncos, bro. What would you say, bro?
I mean, if he's out there living in the East Coast and he's diehard repping and sitting there on his pod with his fancy mic and everything, it looks all great, man. It's awesome to see, man. He's out there doing the big things. So of course
Let's bring him on. Let's bring him on.
Let's bring him in. Let's bring him in. We could roll comments while he's in.
Hey,
Hold on, fella.
Thank
How are you guys doing, man? Appreciate you guys having me on here.
Hell yeah, dude.
Excited.
Appreciate you being on here.
Yes,
I know
sir.
it's like 10 o'clock your time, so we appreciate
9
you
o'clock
riding
this
with us tonight, bro.
Yes, sir. Yeah, like you guys said, I do Bronco, bro.
Yeah.
To have this set up and be on the East Coast, I'm probably one of the few. So, a Bronco,
Broncos
bro.
country, bro. Hey, Broncos
100%.
country, and I mean it's like worldwide. I feel like sometimes.
I think it is. I mean, surprisingly, I'll be walking around town and I'll see a Bronco hat, and I'm like, maybe I'm not the only one. Maybe there's a handful of us here. Maybe like two. But
Yeah. You're scattered. I mean, Johnny does live out in Tennessee as well. The owner of the Orange and Blue Network. So there's at least two of you. But
Yeah,
for
at
sure, I
least
think that as soon as Manning came, I think that changed everything in Tennessee, right? Because I think when Manning came, of course, he went to Tennessee for college, right?
surprisingly, though, I think most of those fans are probably gone.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
a lot of them, but there's still the few that dwindle in and stick with it, right?
Yeah,
Just
I was
for
more of
the
the Tebow era. Like that's when I got
Oh,
into
yeah.
football. I was
Ah,
like
Tebow.
13 years old, and
Okay.
he was like my hero. So once he came to the league, I became a fan of the Broncos and never looked back. Through all the ups and downs.
Oh,
Yeah, tell us about that. Tell us about that. We
Yeah.
always like to introduce our guests with how you became a Bronco fan, how you grew up a little bit. Tell us about, obviously it'll lead into Tebow, but if you want to elaborate a little bit for the
Yeah,
fans.
sure. So
didn't.
yeah, I mean, I got into football when Tebow was at Florida. I live in Tennessee. I'm a Tennessee fan with the Vols. However, I was a Tebow guy, so I kind of rooted for Tebow at Florida, even though he was,
Hell yeah.
the biggest rival to Tennessee. And then when he got drafted, I was like, I'm gonna pick the Broncos. I didn't have an NFL team. I was a kid, and he was just like my hero. Unfortunately, it didn't work out besides the Tebow Mania year, which was pretty awesome through the ups and downs. But that's really what got me into football was Tebow, and I just rode with it and have been a Broncos fan ever since. And there's been a lot of ups and a lot of downs.
Absolutely, bro. And we're only on the way up now, bro.
Yeah, we got to stay at the top now. It's
Yeah, we
it's
do,
ours
bro.
again.
Yeah, it's fun.
Man, I just want to commend you on your the amount of content you push out, man. It ain't for everybody to do that. What motivates you, bro? If you don't mind me asking, like just dropping content nonstop, bro. If you don't
Yeah,
mind
sure.
sharing.
So I'll kind of elaborate. So I started making content the year that Denver got Russell Wilson.
Okay.
And that year started off, I was on TikTok. I was a troll. I was just trolling all the other fan bases. I started this slogan where I called other fans mid, and it kind of went viral a little bit. And
Hell yeah.
like that year was oddly a really weird year, not only for football, but for my personal life. My mom passed away, and I was just going through a lot. And watching the Broncos win 5 games, it was like the only thing that I really had to look forward to was, Russell Wilson's press conferences that were, talking about, when it gets dark to continue to fight, even though he was awful as quarterback, that kind of, resonated with me as a human, like, to keep going. And I'll say that year was kind of like my start to everything. I went through a lot mentally, and then I found that this was like my escape every single day to just talk about the Broncos. So every day, in the off season. I've invested in equipment, invested in putting hours into editing. A lot of content creators out here, they pay editors, they pay graphics designers. I'm a one-man show. I do it all myself,
Good job,
from
bro.
the editing to the thumbnails to the actual content. So just a lot of hours. And really, I'll say it was just my escape. And then I fell in love with it. And
Passion.
every day, I'll find, even in the off season, I'll find something to talk about, even if it's something as much as talking about this Diego Pavia topic that I've seen come up that I'm not a fan of. However, I made a video about it, and everybody thinks I'm a fan of it because I made a video about it. And clearly I said, I don't think he's a fit at all. But you make a video and people are like, oh, you want this. I'm like, obviously not. I've seen other people that do want it. Me personally,
Right.
no, I'm not interested, but it's something to talk about in the off season. So I would just say for me, it's just the love, bro. Like I love the Broncos, and I love talking, man. I love just talking about what's going on
Oh yeah.
and putting out product that other people like, and that's the thing with me. I've seen a lot of people, that love what I do, and I do it for the people that love what I do, really. I love to do it, and the fact that other people love that I do it just makes me show up every day.
Hell yeah. Dude.
100%. Awesome. Much love. I commend your commitment. It's awesome to fully dive in and commit. And as you said, coming into the Tebow year, that's when you start really diving into Broncos. So you come in like a very unique transition in our team where we were trying to get there, and then you go from Tebow, and I love what Tebow brought to us because he brought back that culture of like winning, right? We're
Magic.
here, magic, the Mile High Magic. That's when it was, we were lacking for a little while.
Absolutely.
And he brought it back, and then we transitioned into the Manning era, and then you get to watch us be on top of the world, and then you get to watch our fall off the face of the earth.
And
now we're back, right?
Yes.
And now we're back. So that's awesome. I would like to say condolences to your mom. Sorry for her passing, and I'm glad that you found some peace in doing this and finding the love with the fans and everything. I would like to know how has your experience been, I guess, coming in with the Denver fan base, right? Like, because you came in fresh during the Tebow era, but how has your experience been with some of our fans and how they react to you and treat you?
So yeah, the experience has been good. I was actually at week 1 last year in Denver. Flew all the way out to Denver, watched the game. Man, and for a guy like me, most people's dreams are to go to Disney World or to, I don't know, like people have different dreams. My dream was to go to the home stadium, have good seats, watch a win. Unfortunately, that game was a win, but it was a very ugly win in week 1 last year. But the atmosphere there's nothing like it. And that's what I try to tell everybody. It's like, if heaven was a place on earth, it's Mile High. It's in the stadium at the game, people stomping their feet, the incompletion, like it. And they welcomed me with open arms, and it was awesome. I will say, as a content aspect, I feel like it's a little bit harder for me because I'm all the way over here. So it's like I'm competing with people that are there. However, I don't think that really impacts me too much, because I think if you show up every day, then you're going to be good.
Yeah, you're putting out amazing content. I do enjoy watching the clips that you put together, man. Like, and not just clips, but like it looks detailed. The transitions are phenomenal. Everything is just clean, bro. So, and you can tell, like you said, the camera, like it's clear looking at you now, man. So, yeah,
your topic's good.
Yeah, great content, bro. So
yeah, super solid content. And I will say, you speaking of being here, I saw your comment on one of my videos from opening day, I believe it was, and you were like, "I was at that game," and I was like, "Next time you got to come by." Like,
I made a mistake. So I know you guys know David Notorious, the painter.
Hell yeah!
To him, he actually painted a painting right here, Cortland Sutton painting. Mailed it to me. So shout out David. I went to the VIP tailgate instead of actually going to the tailgate, and I paid for it, and
Okay.
I made kind of a mistake there because,
Hey.
but it was still
It was
fun.
an experience. It's not a mistake. It's an experience, and you have the next opportunity.
Yeah, it was still fun. However, I wish I would have went to the other side where the actual tailgate was. But the VIP tailgate was cool. Unlimited alcohol that I paid for, but it was cool.
Check out Bronco Libre's tailgate whenever you come back down. We'll go back down to Denver because I'm over here.
You planning to come out for any games this year?
So I'm actually going to an away game. I'm going to Week 9.
Okay.
I'm gonna be right off the field, right behind the players in Charlotte. So
nice.
That'll be
Let's
cool.
go.
Gonna meet up with Justin Sternad after the game. Shout out to him.
Yeah, dude.
So
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be a cool experience. My first away game. I'm not going anywhere that I feel like I'd get beat up like Vegas, but
no, Vegas is it's not Oakland. I went to the Vegas game last year in Vegas, and
they have that rep. So we got to keep.
They definitely have the rep, but it's so different these days. Because when I was out there, I was thinking the same. Because I'm decked out. I'm ready to go, and we outnumbered them severely. And so the ones you saw, and they're like, I literally saw a pair of Raider fans, and they were older, and he was telling them, he's like, it's not Oakland anymore, man. This is how it is. And it's because you're in Vegas. Yeah. So you'd be safe going to a Vegas game, is all I'd say.
I happened to go to a Vegas game when Trevor Simeon's first year as a starting quarterback with the Broncos. Not Vegas. I was in Oakland. Ooh, it was ugly, bro. The throwing hands was pretty close.
I think Kansas City and Oakland would be two places that I wouldn't really feel too good to go to. SoFi, they don't have real fans there. Vegas, like you said, it's Vegas, so they don't have real fans there either. But Oakland and I feel like Kansas City would be a very weird place to go to.
Yeah, that's
very weird away game.
Sounds interesting. I would agree in some aspects, and I would just say the things I've heard from other fans that have gone there, they all say it's not as bad as people make it out to be. Like I'm sure there's plenty of problem childs, right?
Yeah,
but we're all commendable bros. We're all respectable dudes.
Yeah. I don't think I would have any problem. I don't think I'd have any problem. I'd probably just watch other people fight and laugh.
I'll start recording. We're going live from the stadium. Check out the fights.
I told my buddy
favorite event, boxing, happening outside.
I told my buddy that's a Panthers fan. I said, he was like, "Are you excited to come watch you guys lose to Bryce Young?" I said, "You'll be leaving by halftime, bro." I said, "I'll be sitting there the whole game."
Yeah, like, you better pray Bryce Young makes it out of that game.
Yeah, you better hope Nick Benito don't get him.
Yeah, he might turn into C.J. Stroud if he can get down.
It's very possible.
Go ahead, Dak. Let's go ahead and transition a little. I might do some comments, but transition us into our
comments. So, man, it's just great hearing your story, everything that we talked about. That's why we like, Broncos Bros. We're just pretty laid back podcast. Want you to feel comfortable. So now that we got you all comfortable and cozy, now we could get into the topic. I messaged you the top 10 rankings. So we're going to pull those up. So give me just a second. And while you do that, brother, will you pull up the
I got the rest of the comments here. We got left off here with Pops. My Pops coming in. He said, "What's up, bros? Ready for some football?"
Are you ready for some football?
I ain't thrown on a jersey. I ain't thrown on a jersey since the AFC Championship game. Got me feeling frisky, all right? We got West War Room Rivals in the house, man. They've been showing love. They got a great page, man. They do great TikToks. They have super good clips. Great content, man. Great content. Appreciate you being here. He said, "Boys, salute." Cody, hyping up. Cody Chep. He said, "Trav."
Shout out to
Cody. Cody's fucking real, man. Cody's a real one. Said, "Trav's a bro. He is the GOAT."
Nice.
Right. Cody's going to have a farm, man, because he's got a lot of goats.
It's a different goat every day, huh?
That's okay. They all goats in their own ways, Yeah. It's all good. It's all good.
That's
We
hilarious.
got Boo Boo in the house. Tim Dog's daughter, my niece. She said hi, George. And do you even Broncos, bro? You gotta say hi, Broncos Bros. All right, get it together. Tim Dog, he said, great guest, bros.
Thank you
Shout
very
out
much.
to
Shout out
shout
to
out to
him
Denver
for hopping
Trav,
on.
man. Appreciate you being on with us. We know it's a little later. I was
Oh,
saying Dak doesn't understand the essence of time. So he's like, oh, it's 12 o'clock his time. And I'm like, bro, he's only 2 hours ahead of me. And he's like, no, he's 3 hours. I'm like, no, you're 1 hour. It's
Yeah, I
funny.
was
But
trying to. I was feeling bad, bro. I was like,
No,
no.
you don't have to. You don't have to feel bad, bro. I'm good. If I couldn't do it, I would have told you. So
Okay.
you're
we
good.
You would have given me
appreciate
the
you.
bird. You've been
We got
like.
Shy Vargas, the hype man. He said, "Hey, Denver Trav."
Yeah.
He does our get shiped every pregame. So he does a
So,
good
man.
segment.
Yep.
He kills it. Cody showing love to Tim. Tim showing love to Cody. He said, "Great guest, guys. Keep doing work. Much love." West Four Room said, "Hope Trav is having a great night. Always smile when I wake up and see a Trav short on my feed." Man's
Thank
putting
you.
out
Means
content.
a lot.
Man. They've been coming up. I enjoy them. You're doing the thing. It's much
Yeah.
appreciated.
Doing the dang thing.
Everybody
Cool.
shouting each other out. You
Here
said we were there week one. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was saying. You know, we try. You said I was there, and I said next time come through. So yeah, if you do make it out at some point, I know
Yeah,
it's
I'll be
not.
out there again. I don't know if it'll be this season or next season, but I'll be out there for sure again.
You can make a Miami game, you know, pretty cheap. No,
Most
just kidding.
expensive part is the stay and the flight. Everything else really isn't too bad.
Yeah, of course. That's always the hard part. We got 75 Crazy Ray said, "Good evening, fellas.
Good evening.
Appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Good evening."
I'm gonna bring up the image a little better.
Oh yeah, you can bring it up. Cody
I
said,
didn't
"You're
like the way I
escaping Vegas, Trav. As a local, it's a Broncos country. It truly is. Truly is
All
now.
right.
So bummed I didn't bump into you last year at the game, George. You should have been in C lot. We were there all season. I went to damn near every game." Shy said, "Patrick Mahomes looks so bad in training camp." Well, Shy, we'll talk about that after
He
we
doesn't
get
trust no
more
one.
statements. He doesn't like nobody.
So I was wanting to do it one by one, you know, but just the way I didn't like the way it was looking. It was frozen too. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's all our top 10, but we're gonna get into why we feel like they should be slotted at this. Denver Trav, since you're our guest, you got the spotlight, my boy. Number 10, we're gonna go 10-1. Justin, you have Justin Herbert at number 10. Kind of tell us a little bit about that.
He's actually lucky to make my list, believe it or not. I know you're an Oregon fan, so you like him a little bit, or maybe because of Oregon, but I think he's slightly overrated. I think a lot of people have him, around 5 to 6, which I mean, I think he has the traits and he has the stats to kind of back it up through his career. But I feel like the thing that makes me put him where I put him is he's Dak Prescott in the big moments. And people give Dak Prescott all this hate, but I think Justin Herbert's a worse playoff performer than Dak Prescott. And
Absolutely.
there's just always an excuse. Like you look back a couple years ago, it was Brandon Staley. Then it was the weapons, and they bring up the whole weapons argument, but his rookie year, he doesn't put up that good of numbers as a rookie if he had no weapons. Like they just move the narrative around every year. It's the DC, it's the OC, it's the O lineman, it's the weapons to protect this guy. But Bo Nix don't get the same protection. He don't do enough. So I think Justin Herbert's sitting at 10 for me because I think that he is an elite quarterback. However, I think when it comes to the most important moments, he turns into Zach Wilson. He doesn't do enough in the big moments.
Hey, that's fair, bro. I like that take. Montoya, bro, I guess you guys must have shared notes on this one.
I'll just start off with saying Denver Trav is a smart man, and I'm agree with him. Herbert's lucky to make my list. and he's only made my list. I'll start it off. He only made my list because of his physical attributes and what he can do IQ wise. He knows how to play the game of football. He knows how to play quarterback. He just turns into Tony Romo in the playoffs. He will sell you the game. He will throw you the game-winning interception, guaranteed. You could put money on it every time, and you should be rich by now. But in the same aspects, he's had his moments, but without the true guys that he's relying on, he hasn't shown me that he can get his new coming guys, these younger kids, these other guys that are trying to build into the system. He hasn't shown me that he can get them on the same page as him, which shows me he's lacking something at QB, maybe in leadership and taking command of the team. These guys are, he's got Ladd now, Ladd McConkey. He's a solid receiver. He looks good. He runs solid routes. He's pretty fast. He's coming along, but when they lost Keenan, you saw who Herbert was. He was hard to spread the ball around. He didn't have, for sure, third down safety. Last year, his numbers were boosted, which why everybody has him back up in the top 6 is because he had his dog back. He had Keenan Allen back, his safety net, who is going to catch that third down ball no matter what. So it's going to make him look better. He hasn't shown me he can build a receiver to have that same rapport with him yet. So my other guy, I was debating him with Jordan Love.
Okay.
Love has been getting my attention, and he was borderline, but I think physical attributes, Justin Herbert should be a better quarterback.
I was pretty close. 11, 12. I would have had him as an honorable mention to crack the top 10.
I hate your list.
A lot of the things.
You roasted all night.
What I would say though is I'm intrigued by the hiring of Mike McDaniels to coach up Justin Herbert to take him to that next level. And maybe next time this year when we do our rankings again, do we see him top 5, top 6 again, right? Like we'll see. Mike McDaniel's that dude, man. I think it's a quarterback driven league. Does he elevate Justin Herbert? I think he does, but how much, right? So that'll be very interesting. For me, I have number 10, Bo Nix as a top 10 quarterback. Man, this dude is a dog, cerebral quarterback, gets the ball out of his hands. Man. Too low? Probably for you guys. But I need to see more, like you've said about some of these other quarterbacks. But
you got your blinders on? What are you? Are you Peaky Blinders? What do you got? What have you not been watching?
Hold on, sir. I let you say your damn.
I know.
So 10. I feel like okay, and there's some of it's projection, right? Like for some of these guys that are ahead of him in terms of the intangibles, right? Not from just based off what they did last year, but moving forward. But Bo Nix, man, like he does not get the love that he deserves. We know that, but I like that we gave him love today because we all have him in the top 10. George did not have him in the top 10 last year because he had to see more, and that's fair. This is the new year. But, man, Bo Nix is that dude. He has that it factor. I mean, how many game-winning drives did you have last year, guys? 10?
13.
13.
The NFL record.
Yeah. So, 8, 9 comebacks, right? 8 or 9? How many?
Yeah, I think it's 8.
8.
Yeah, I think we had 8 comeback drives.
And when we're talking about the playoffs, man, you got to have Bo Nix. You got to give 10 the ball. The right 10. Not Justin Herbert. And I love Justin Herbert. He's a duck. But you got to give Bo Nix the ball. I feel like every time we were behind it, if he just had that chance, boy, it's probably curtains for the other team, right, for the opposition. But I think he had like a 3.28 sack rate where quarterbacks, I mean, it was hard to sack him. Edge rushers just cannot bring him down. I love his pocket presence, his feel for it. He could get better too, running through his progressions. But I think Sean Payton giving play calling duties to Davis Webb will unlock Bo Nix to that next level this season. And now you got Jalen Waddle who can unlock that middle of the field, right? That I think he didn't really target the middle of the field. I feel like some of it maybe could be due to scheme not going through his reads fully, being rushed out because sometimes that line didn't hold up their end. of the bargain in terms of protecting Bo. So it rushed him to go through his progressions. But Bo Nix, number 10. There's so much more I could glaze about this man, but I'm glad he's a Bronco. Oh, third in history, right, for total touchdowns in his rookie season. That was pretty crazy, bro. Pretty crazy. A lot of production out of him in his first 2 seasons. But George is jumping up.
I want to throw a comment just because it's relative to what you're talking about. But
absolutely.
We won't respond until we get to where you're at because I want to keep our takes genuine. But we got Richie Rich. He said, Dak, how far into the playoffs has Caleb Williams gone? With that in mind, how in the HE double hockey stick is Williams above Bo? I'm gonna tell you, we're not gonna go into it because Dak's gonna get the business of plenty tonight. Trust me, I saw his top 10, and he's gonna get the business from me about it. But I love your take. I love your reasoning for having him. Everybody's entitled to their opinions, and we don't hate, but we do debate.
You do hate. Shut up. You do hate.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you you're wrong when you're wrong, all right? It's just the bottom line, all right?
Caleb at 7 is a little crazy.
Number 9.
It's a little crazy to have Caleb at 7. But to talk about Bo Nix at number 9, the reason I have him at 9 is the fact of what he's done in 2 seasons, right? And everybody wants to excuse and make an excuse. It's like the polar opposite of Justin Herbert, right? It's like he has the best O-line. He has Sean Payton. He has better receivers. But people don't want to look at the fact his rookie year, he walked into the league throwing the ball to a Cortland Sutton that had 1,000-yard season, with a Javonte Williams that had bricks stuck to his feet, with Jordan Humphrey and what's the other dude? He got cut after the strip club. Josh Reynolds. He walked into the league with an Adam Troutman at tight end and an offensive line that allowed Russell Wilson to get sacked 43 times. And now it's a good team because Bo Nix. That's why it's a good team. He elevated these guys. He elevated Cortland Sutton. He elevates the offensive line. We've seen in the AFC Championship game that Jarrett Stidham didn't look good behind that O-line. The O-line was just letting them run through. It's because Bo Nix is one of the best quarterbacks in the league awareness-wise. He has elite pocket awareness. And I think honestly, if the game's on the line, you put the ball in Bo Nix's hands in the fourth quarter, he's the best quarterback in the league. I don't think there's anybody better to put the game on the line. People will debate Caleb Williams. No. When the pressure's on, and you've heard the guys on this team talk about, it's like it's like Bo Nix is possessed when the pressure's on. He turns into a different guy. And I expect this year with Davis Webb, I think this season is going to be Bo Nix's breakthrough to show everybody that he's not a top 10 quarterback. He's a top 5 quarterback. I think he's going to have that same jump that Josh Allen had when Josh Allen got Stephon Diggs. Because when you talk about the skill position group, Bo Nix hasn't had the best skill position group. His team led the league in drops behind Jacksonville last year. He hasn't had the best skill position group. J.K. Dobbins didn't stay healthy. No other quarterback has done what Bo Nix has done with the skill position group he has. And that's the truth. People want to act like it's just amazing. Yeah, it's better now, but it hasn't always been good. We've seen these same guys play with other guys. It's not always been good. Yeah. So I think Bo Nix is the franchise guy, and I think he's better than Caleb. I mean, Caleb has a better situation. We've seen Caleb in a bad situation. It didn't look good. Bo Nix walked into I'll say an okay situation. I won't say it was good, but dude, he was throwing the ball to Jordan Humphrey and Josh Reynolds, and Cortland Sutton. When we look at that first year, Devon Vele, Cortland Sutton, Josh Reynolds, LaJordan Humphrey, Javonte Williams, and Adam Troutman, and Nate Atkins. Is that
paper was not good skill player?
Marvin was there.
Yeah, but bro,
we don't use him. Well, we don't use him.
Marvin Mims gets used week 11 on, and that's just
I know.
So it's like it's. I want to count him because he was a big factor that year, but at the same time, Marvin, we love Marvin Mims as Broncos fans, and we know what he is. But at the same time, it's not like he's a Puka Nakua or a Jalen Waddle or
he's not a one.
Or a Keenan Allen in his prime. Like Keenan Allen in his prime for Justin Herbert, like that rookie year, and Mike Williams. It's like I think personally, Bo Nix has done more with less, and there's always an excuse because he has Sean Payton, the guy that will run a screenplay on 3rd and 11, by the way. But it's people just don't factor in that the situation always hasn't been good. Like Bo Nix made it good. You seen that in the AFC Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
Without Bo Nix under center, it don't look that good.
Yeah.
So that's why I got him there. I think he elevates this roster and makes them a Super Bowl contender.
Nice.
Nice. Love it. And I love how this is going because right now we have him on the diagonal. So we each get to just give our take and there's no debate, right? We'll each get our segment, and I love that take.
That was a great take, Trev. Hell yeah, dude. Baker Mayfield for you.
You already know I got my boy Boomer Sooner, Baker Mayfield, plant the flag. This dude is a certified baller. This dude plays through injuries every year. Yes, he gets hurt, right? He hits his hand on a helmet or he takes a shot to the ribs. But he still balls out. He's got Matthew Stafford-esque as far as competitiveness, being able to be there for your guys. This is a dude's dude that you want to play for this guy. He will take you down the field. He will get in a corner space. He'll get in a linebacker space. And then he'll stunt in front of you and he'll throw a freaking dot. And it's not just because I'm a homer, right? Obviously, I have homer ties because I'm an Oklahoma Sooner fan. But when you watch what he does, he had more yards last year than Josh Allen. He had more yards last year than Pat Mahomes, who, got hurt. Okay, whip-de-doo. He still threw for almost 3,700 yards. He still was elite when he lost Chris Godwin for a majority of the year, when Mike Evans went down for a couple games. Emeka Egbuka, phenomenal rookie standout, still had a great start to the season. He shows up week in and week out and takes the team to another level. And the reason I got him there is because he's shown me throughout his career, he's the only quarterback to win a playoff game for Cleveland in the last 30 years.
And
let's not forget that. He was a dog before this. He was already a dog. Yeah. He took the Cleveland Browns to a playoff win against the Steelers. You cannot discount this dude for anything. I do think they're disadvantaged, right? They don't have a super great team. They did lose Mike, but now he's going to be able to spread his QB knowledge, and he's going to be able to make some of these other guys better, unlike the likes of Justin Herbert, who can't seem to get it right with any receiver he has on the field. You inserted a rookie, and Emeka Egbuka was rookie of the year for the first 6 weeks.
Yeah,
you insert players, and he makes them better by his competitive nature and making people work hard. So Baker, of course, I got him at 9. I got him at 9 because as a QB, as a personal person that played football, that loves football, if I want a guy on the field that I'm going to play for, he's one of them that I trust, that's going to get the job done. Ball in the hand, 2 minutes left. That's a guy I want. It's the guy I want on the field.
Like the take. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I suggest you go watch the quarterback. What is it? The series on Netflix. Baker Mayfield is there, so go check it out.
He is.
I watched part of it. I haven't seen the whole thing yet, but I was interested in how he and his wife got linked up together and married and all that stuff. It was a fun story about.
It's a good story.
Good story. I like it. Drake May for me.
Can't wait to. I will have something to say after you.
I mean, the dude was in the MVP discussion, and nobody can make. We don't have any control of strength of schedule whatsoever. You only play who's brought to you, right? Like who's put in front of you. You can only play who's put in front of you. He balled out, dude, until the postseason, right? And I think that's one thing that I would, knock him for. But the kid, went to the Super Bowl, but he had 34 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, something like that. I'll have to look at the stats, but strong arm, MVP caliber type of quarterback. He was aggressive, pushing the ball down the field, high-end playmaking ability. You saw a lot of his ability to utilize his legs, especially in that AFC Championship game. I feel like if Bo Nix was there, right, like to have that playmaking ability as well, the cards would have been turned a little bit for sure. We can agree. But Drake May
Literally.
had that ability. We did not. Stidham did not. They beat us. But I mean, and it's projection. I feel like that first year he was figuring it out, right? He was a little raw. You saw some of the things like the inaccuracy, like when he was pushed off his spots, throwing the football in the Super Bowl. That was a knock on him. I get that. And he'll maybe improve on that as well. But I really like the 2024 draft class a lot, man.
I can tell.
But Drake May, number 9. I almost put all of them in this damn thing. I'm like, I like them all 4 out of the 6 because it's yet to be seen out of the other 2. But Drake May at number 9, man. I like what him and Bo Nix could potentially be in a rivalry, down the future. Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. Do we see Bo Nix, Drake May? And we're gonna find out this year, right? When we match up with them, with the real number 10. Stand up, baby, and the Bo Nix will. You got something to say?
All right. Yeah, so I respect your take. Love you as a brother, but you're completely wrong. Completely wrong. It's absurd. Because you just sat here and preached about Bo Nix being 10 because what have you done? I need to see more. What has Drake May done? What did he do? Oh, for one season? What did he do his rookie year? Let's not talk about it. Did you got
Mayo was a head coach too?
Are you Dory? Should I call you Dory? Because you got short-term memory loss?
Mayo was a head coach, dude. He was not, and it didn't get.
Oh, so now it's about the head coach. You play who you have to play.
The situations matter.
You play who you have to play.
Had with Sean Payton in his first 2 seasons. Am I wrong? The situations matter when you're drafted to the NFL, George. Yes or no?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
So then
but you will be judged on your performance.
Say that again.
You will be judged on your performances. That means he wasn't that great of a quarterback.
But this isn't just what have you done for me lately. I feel like for me, it's Drake May, not just last season, but moving forward, the strides that he'll take. I'm not saying that Bo Nix can't become better than Drake May. That's not what I'm saying at all. This is today's rankings.
In your opinion, yes, and in all of our opinions, yes. But how? I'm trying to understand, and I want to know. Where is the facts that he's better? Because he has a better completion percentage? Does he have more wins than Bo Nix?
He has a stronger arm. He could throw.
Did he have more playoff wins than Bo Nix?
He did not. But I think playoff wins too are also. I mean, the quarterback does have a high impact of when it comes to quarterback wins. It does impact winning. Yes, it's one of the most positions that does impact winning. But Drake May. Did he not win? Did he 14-3? Am I wrong?
He did okay.
Did he not turn around the season? Did they not win the division?
He definitely was on point. He was on target. And I don't hate Drake May. I don't want anybody to think I hate Drake May. I think he is a upcoming prospect that I haven't seen enough from. I need to see consistency.
But he also was in the MVP discussion. Not a knock on Bo Nix. Not a knock. And I know part of that is media pushing that narrative, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, media, your play for the Patriots.
Hypes it up, right?
Of course, they want the Patriots to be good, but it's not that. It's also his level of competition.
And that's why
he did not play.
We do not have
great all the time. They had better advantages than we did in our games. I think the wins we had were more significant. This is where I'll agree with you. I'll stop fighting with you. I agree. That Drake May is a better starter to games than Bo Nix right now.
Okay.
He starts much faster. He gets into his rhythm much quicker. He gets into his throwing motions, gets the game going faster. But in clutch time,
right? I would take honestly, I would take clutch time Bo Nix. Yes, I would take him. Bo Nix, I would like to see him start to finish because he did struggle to get off to a hot start. No, is that coaching or not? We're about to see what happens, right?
Yeah.
We're about to see because
we're going to find out.
Sean Payton didn't really. Some games he was aggressive, and there were games he wasn't to start the game. Am I wrong?
I actually have a take on the Davis Webb offensive coordinator take that a lot of people A lot of people will hate it, but
Run it.
and I believe this, and I've talked a little bit with a couple of insiders that I'm cool with. The idea that Davis Webb is just going to change the entire offense in a Sean Payton offense just doesn't seem realistic to me.
No.
I think they're still going to run screens. I think it's still going to be a Sean Payton-esque playbook.
Yeah.
I think that the only thing Davis Webb is really going to do is get the play out faster and maybe execute it a little better because he has that young offensive mind. But I think it's going to be the same scheme. I think it's still going to be like this is a Sean Payton-led football team. Like there's people that think, oh, Davis Webb is now the offensive coordinator. This means that Evan Ingram is finally going to get used. And I'm like, it's still a Sean Payton-led football team. If Sean Payton doesn't like what Davis Webb is calling, he's going to say, we're calling this. And Davis Webb ain't going to change that. Like this is a Sean Payton-led football team. And I don't think it's going to change that much. I think it's going to be executed better. I think it'll be. I think that was part of Bo's problem was Sean Payton has these 2-paragraph long play calls.
Oh yeah,
line of scrimmage. Yeah. I think that's going to be cut down. I think they're going to get to the line of scrimmage faster. They're going to execute better. The play call is going to be smoother. But I think it's going to be a similar playbook. I don't think much is going to change.
I think it'll be more modernized. We'll see some more pre-snap motion. When it comes to
I think so too. But I think Sean Payton's still gonna. I think he's still gonna have his hand in the cookie jar. Like I know he says he trusts Davis Webb, but he has to say that, right? This is Sean Payton we're talking about, a guy that has never gave up play calling before. He's gonna still be dabbling in the cookie jar. He's still gonna be risking the biscuit when it matters the most, like he did in the AFC Championship. He's still gonna be Sean Payton. I just think that this is more of let's get the plays out smoother.
That's going to be big game changer.
And that's going to be big because I think personally, I think Sean Payton is an elite play designer. Like he designs plays that absolutely torch defenses. But I think that he gets in his head and he overcomplicates the play call, and then it just confuses the whole offense. And it's like if you can dim that down, have a more simple play call from Davis Webb to Bo Nix to the offense with Sean Payton's play design, I think it's going to work. But you got Jalen Waddle for a reason. You're going to throw a lot of screens to him. He's going to catch a lot of screens. Sean Payton loves screens, and I think that with how big Denver's O-line is, that's why they like to go at the screen. And people hate it. They're like, "Oh, why are we throwing a screen here?" I mean, that's been Sean Payton though, like his whole career. Like it.
Yeah, I would like to see player personnel like in packages that we have, utilized in the right roles, right? I feel like sometimes we had tight ends going out for passes that weren't necessary playmakers, So I would like to see more of that.
What tight end do we have that's a playmaker?
Say that again.
What tight end do we have that's a playmaker?
Well, Evan Ingram could get yards after the catch.
Against Bobby Wagner? Come on. I don't think I am one of the few people. You're
not in on the Evan Ingram.
I'm on the fence. Sure. Like I'm on the fence realistically, and a lot of people hate this take too. But I would rather have Jonnu Smith because when you put Evan Ingram on the football field, the defense has already got you figured out because he can't block at all.
He can't block at all. Right.
He can't block at all. So
I agree with that. But still, getting him out in space is something better than and we might see Justin Jolie, implemented.
I hope so. I mean, if Ingram breaks out, I'll be happy. I like Ingram. I almost bought his jersey. I bought his jersey. I just think that I don't know, bro. Just watching his burst off the line, like I've seen, like he had 4 good plays all year. Dude, he's not as fast as he used to be. Like he burned Bobby Wagner out of all people. Like that's his best play on the season. You burned 36-year-old Bobby Wagner. I also don't think Bo Nix targets the tight end that much. I just don't see it. He likes to throw on the sidelines. He doesn't like to toss it over the middle of the field that often. That's kind of been a trend.
That intermediate, like 10 to 15 or whatever, needs to be like drilled into his mindset, right? At times.
But I also think that's because
he can become more of a complete quarterback too if he attacks the middle of the field.
Do you think that's because and I feel this way. I think that he's not targeting that, but I also think it's because of the weapons he has. Those guys aren't winning off the line.
There's it's a combination of things, I believe, right? Execution, player personnel, and Bo Nix.
Like I hope, and this is just my opinion, like, and I hope Ingram does take that step. But if he doesn't, I personally hope they run in the season with Jolie, Bentley, and I know people are going to hate Troutman and Caleb Lohner. And I don't think Troutman's good. He's just a Sean Payton guy. He ain't going anywhere.
He knows the offense. I get that's probably his guy.
Now,
You know,
I'll say I would like to chime in here. I would say my only pushback is that I do think you're wrong in some points. Davis Webb stepping in means that you think Davis Webb didn't want to take a head coaching job? The only reason he's not going to take a head coaching job is because he's given some sort of power. Not like, okay, you could still come be my little baby. You could still be right here by my hip. No, Sean, that's not the case. He had the ability to go get a head coaching job, and he chose to stay because he was promised something. And I believe this because behind the scenes, we don't know what happened in those discussions. But for some reason, he said, no, you think I'm going to pass up this opportunity? Sean Payton might have come to the realization that it wasn't Sean's necessarily fault that we were – I mean, it is because it was his fault. He took on too much. He wants to be the head coach, the play caller, the offensive coordinator, the play designer, the play sheet maker. Let me do 17,000 things during a game and forget to call a timeout.
Right.
Don't be an idiot. That's who Sean Payton is. Like that's how I was talking to Sean last year. This year, Sean finally will just get to step back and be the other things.
Delegator.
Yes, let's look at it from another perspective, and he will. I kind
of agree, but I still
he'll sit there and talk. He's going to sit there and talk to Davis Webb. He's going to sit there, maybe not talk. He'll tell him, "This is what I think you should do." But I think Davis Webb, he was a former NFL quarterback. You cannot forget that. He knows what this team needs more than Sean Payton does as a egotistical, big-headed offensive guru who wants to put up crazy numbers. That's why Bo Nix has thrown the ball 2 years straight. Since he's been a rookie, he has led the league in passing attempts. That will change. He might still be close to the lead this year, but Davis Webb is going to look at it from a quarterback's perspective, and he'll be able to maintain, how you say, getting the call in faster. The reason he's going to get the call in faster, I think the verbiage is going to stay pretty much the same. I think Sean's 27-word play call will still be pretty similar, but he's going to get it in the 30th second, the 28th second. Instead of 15 seconds on the clock, you got to say all that, get to the line, look up and say, all right, safety's that way. I'm going to throw it this way. Because at that point, you can't read the defense. So I think Davis Webb coming in is going to change things drastically as far as the way we're going to be able to operate our offense. He's going to strictly go after the run game. Because what's a quarterback's best friend? The run game and their defense.
Yes.
Run game and a defense, brother, that is the only reason Tom Brady has 7 Super Bowls. It's the only reason.
I agree.
It's not because of Tom Brady. It's because of his defense, his kickers, and his running backs.
Yeah, I agree.
You could say for most QBs, and that's where I think it'll be fun to watch. But I agree in the sense that Sean's going to have a say. It's Sean Payton. He's too egotistical, but I think Davis Webb has that pushback. He has that relationship with Sean where he can push back on him. Kind of where Bo has that relationship where he's screaming in his face. Who came to his rescue? Davis Webb. Come on, kid.
I agree with you. I just think that the big thing is I think Sean Payton's ego. I mean, and when we look at it, what if, right? And I'm just going to play both sides.
It'll be telling.
I'm going to just play both sides. What if, right, we get out there and the offense looks worse, right? Because this is a guy that's, and I don't think it is. I'm a Davis Webb believer. I think he's going to be a head coach next year. I think he's a guy that is going to make the offense better. But what if this offense takes a step back? Sean Payton's going to say, "Hey, hand me my keys back, bro." Like
he's going to take them. He's not going to ask. He's going to take them.
So this is a head coach that, I mean, I'll compare. Sean Payton and Bill Belichick have similar qualities of coaching. It's their way or the highway.
Yeah.
So it's like I think Sean respects Davis enough to let him do it. But if it doesn't go the way Sean wants, or if there's something that Sean wants during a game that Davis doesn't want, I think it's going Sean's way. He's the coach. This is a Sean Payton-led football team, and I think that's part of the issue. It's like you look at the AFC Championship game. Instead of kicking the field goal, you dial up a run play, and then you call a timeout, and you run a pass play with Jared Stidham that was never going to work.
Yeah.
That's just the Sean Payton way. He thinks that Sean Payton is a genius.
He can outsmart everybody.
He outsmarts himself, though.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't work, and that's my thing. Is I think Davis is one of these guys that is like a Mike McDaniel that is a future guru offensive mind of the league. But to me, is Sean Payton going to allow him to do enough? Because I just feel like Sean respects him, and Sean's like, oh, we're going to give him the reins to call the offense. But then I feel like Sean's going to have his hand in the cookie jar a little too much sometimes when Davis might have something dialed up, and then Sean's like, no, we're going to go this route. And
that's what we're going to find out, right? That's what we're going to find out.
We'll probably know in the preseason.
That's all speculation until we find out. And I do agree. I think Sean's going to want to step in, and I want to see how it happens. I want to see if Davis Webb sticks to his guns and he says, I'm running this offense. Like, you want to call timeout? Call timeout? Sure, we can talk about it. And I think they're going to value each other's opinions, which is, and I say this because of our trajectory. We have gotten better every single year since Sean Payton has come here.
For sure.
There's no doubt about it. The only upgrade would be winning and going to the Super Bowl right now. Right? Obviously, winning is the goal. Yes. But the next step is going, because we lost AFC Championship. There's the next goal to get better is to be there.
I agree.
I think they all have that common goal in mind. And I think the ego, not that it will be pushed aside, but I think there will be good moments where they're going head to head and they're both
challenging each other. Like,
saying, I'm better. This is what I'm thinking. This is going to work. And they're going to say, what's best for the team? Like, how are we going to do this?
To be
they want to do it right. You know? Yeah. So that's where I think it's going to be. And that's what I hope. I think that's all what we hope for.
Yeah.
But I can see it going, Trav's not wrong. I could see Sean be like, nah.
Yeah.
We're running this right now. Screen. Yeah. 17 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And then play action. Right. Toss back. Play. Trick play. Throw it interception.
This was a good discussion, you guys. It was a good discussion.
We need to move on with our rankings.
We got off on a tangent, but no, it was a good discussion. Like, because this, for me personally, what we just talked about, I could see Bo Nix going up in terms of the rankings, right? Like, everything that we talked about has an effect on Bo Nix taking that next level, and we're gonna find out.
Well, it's all right,
what number are we at? What number are we?
Oh, we're here. We're here. So I'll go ahead. I'll let Trav start. We'll keep the same order.
Yeah. So I have Jared Goff at 8. I think he's like the ultimate like game manager style quarterback. He gets it done. I will say last year they had a little bit of a fall off, but I won't completely blame that on him. I just feel like he's a winner. Like, since he's been in Detroit, he's elevated the team, and I mean, he's not flashy like at all, but to me, he gets it done. I think he's a subpar top 10 quarterback. And if he was, say we don't have Bo Nix, if he was on our team, I would take it. I think he does enough to win, and he elevates his team. Pretty good passer. Nothing too flashy. Besides that 5 turnover game that he had that one time, but he does enough to take care of the ball. So that's why I have him as like a subpar top 10 guy, and like him and Brock Purdy are similar, just game manager guys to me. So that's why I got him there.
I like it, man. I like it a lot.
I'll let you rebuttal since you have Goff as well.
I do have Goff here at number 8 as well. Man, the dude, just looking at the stats, last year, almost 4,000 yards passing, I think. Without Ben Johnson, it was a big blow to that offense, as we saw, but he was still found the ability to perform the way he did. and then we know that the pocket quarterback, the pocket passer, it's kind of like a dying breed, right? If you don't have that level of mobility, it's like, you see there's a few that we have above, but like other than that, who is that? Who else is pocket passers, right? That are elite, like Jared Goff, like a Joe Burrow, Matthew Stafford, or what have you. But Jared Goff for being, I felt like it was kind of like a throw in the trade, contract wise for Matthew Stafford, and he's been that dude with Detroit. So no, shout out to them, man. I like Jared Goff a lot with the production he's always consistently put out there. Accurate quarterback. My only knock would be his mobility.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I like those takes. I will. We already went off about it enough, but I'll keep it short and sweet with facts. Bo Nix is the most polarizing quarterback in the NFL right now. He will be the most up-and-coming superstar. Everybody has their eyes on him. Yeah. Everybody's already deemed him incapable because of an ankle injury. He's missed one game over 2 seasons and still, in the 2024 draft class, leads them in all categories. Playoff wins, touchdowns, completions, pass attempts. The only thing you don't lead in is completion percentage. Okay, he can pick that up. That's something you can continue to get better at, right? But if you're telling me this guy that has 13-plus comeback wins in his first 2 years as a rookie, he's played in 93 of the 96 games he's ever started in his career.
Yeah,
that he had a chance
to me. I don't know what
else. Right? Through college.
Yeah.
Remember that number, 93. He's missed 3 games in his career.
People are acting
writing off Bo Nix.
Yeah.
Wait, what is everybody doing here? Everybody, oh my God, we got to see it again. Absolutely. I want to see it again. And I also have my expectations. I need to see it again. He will fall off the list if he doesn't perform to my expectations. But he has shown me nothing but greatness. Comeback wins. The magic. We talked about Tebow, the Mile High Magic. Guess who brought it back? Bo fucking Nix. Bo Chapman Nix has literally brought back Broncos country, has put it on his back, along with the defense, as we always have a spectacular defense. Much credit. But if we do get the things that we say on defense that we are promising, they're going for turnovers this year.
Yeah.
Per Hufunga. They want to get turnovers. Hey, good luck. Good luck to the rest of the league. Bo Nix is a dog. He's the most experienced of the 24 class, and I think he has the best mind of them all. And
he probably has the highest football IQ. I can agree.
He's coming for you. That's the bottom line. That's all I'll say about Bo Nix. He belongs, and he's on his way.
Awesome. Good takes.
I agree. Bo Nix is the guy.
I'm excited.
I think that
I thought you said go, Bo, go.
We did. Drake May for you, number 7. Denver Trav.
Yeah, so I have Drake May at 7. Yeah. Personally, I like Bo better than Drake. The reason I have him at 7 is
your list.
I don't think I've seen a deep ball better, like in a minute. Like his deep ball accuracy is crazy.
Yeah.
He just has a beautiful ball. I like him as a quarterback. I think he has all the traits to be one of the best. It shows why he was in the MVP conversation. I just think that last year he elevated a Patriots team that really didn't have much weapons either in the skill position group. When we talk about receivers, like his best receiver was Hunter Henry, a tight end that's aging. I just think that he's the guy that elevates.
You can't write off Stephon Diggs like that.
Well, yeah, but Stephon Diggs isn't Stephon Diggs.
And, okay, but that's like writing off Cortland Sutton.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but I think Hunter Henry was their best weapon. Like, I think Diggs was really good.
Yeah, I agree there.
I think Diggs was really good, but when you look at the playoffs, was he really? Was he really that good? Because
he was a safety blanket.
He was nowhere to see. He was nowhere to be seen in the postseason. I like Drake May's tools. I think he reminds me of a Josh Allen. Like he's just, and granted in the playoffs he didn't do it, but in the regular season, man, he was one of those guys. I mean, he was right there with Matt Stafford every week, just showcasing why he's one of the guys, and that's why I have him at 7. I think last year in the regular season he was one of the best. So just based off of last year, and the deep ball. I mean, dude, he's what. Here's what I'm gonna say. He's what everybody thinks Justin Herbert is. That's why I have him at 7. Everybody thinks
I like
Herbert is this top tier guy. Drake May is who Herbert was supposed to be.
Wow, I like that. Okay,
I don't mind that.
Yeah,
I don't mind that. I'll say before you go, Dak, since you both talked about Drake May and he's not on my list, I feel like rankings overall, not just including Drake May, I feel like fantasy football has come into aspect too much into fantasy rankings, into QB rankings, because the only reason people know about him is because he was a good fantasy quarterback. I didn't see the amazing plays against top tier defenses. He made some great throws. His deep ball, solid. It is solid. He dropped some dimes. He didn't do that against us. He didn't do that against defenses that actually had defenses.
Oh,
That's where I
agree with that.
That's where I get the the dysfunction. Like for me,
I actually agree with what you're saying, and I think realistically, this coming season, he has AJ Brown. You know, he has the guy.
Yes.
If he doesn't do what he did in the regular season last year with AJ Brown against good teams, because they do have a first place schedule.
Yeah, they have a first schedule.
He won't be on my top 10, because I agree with you in the totality aspect. If we're taking 2 full seasons into account, nobody touches Bo Nix in that class. Nobody. So I agree with that. But if we're going off of what you've done for me most recent,
yes,
that's kind of why I have him here. But at the same time, against this first place schedule, if he shits the bed, then he's not going to be on there no more, because he only has a 1-year sample size, just like the Iceman that choked in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And just like Jaden Daniels last year, how many top tens did he make, Dak?
I agree. I think in totality, Bo Nix clears.
It's the same thing. Like and that's just my view. That's my personal view. That's how I always view things. I need to see consistency. I will look at your entire career, minus a few years if there's some anomalies, but I need to see what you really are. And I'm excited. I'm excited because we do play them at the end of the year, and I hope it gets flexed into prime time. And I hope we beat the brakes off them in July.
Me too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Me too. All right.
Move on.
Who's next?
You
Jared Goff for you?
Sorry ass pick. Sorry.
Jared Goff. You said Jared Goff already, or you're done?
No, I already. No, it's
Caleb Williams.
I'll let you go.
Thank you. Caleb Williams was the quarterback of the top ten
Bears.
Ben Johnson. I think we do situations do matter in the NFL, man, and it was abysmal where he got drafted to in the previous season. I know a lot of people were writing off Caleb Williams as a bust, but pairing him with Ben Johnson, I feel like unlocked, and you were able to see Caleb Williams, the quarterback that they drafted, right? That was the number 1 overall pick, man. This dude throws off platform. He doesn't have to play in rhythm, per se. I feel like he does hold on to the ball a little bit too long, right? But I feel like, man, 27 passing touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He doesn't really turn the ball over, and he doesn't take a lot of sacks. I feel like Ben Johnson really did help get the ball out of his hands fairly quickly. That's a part where he improved this season. You didn't see that in the year before. Last year he was battered, man, and they did improve that offensive line in the offseason. Per Ben Johnson, of course, but and Caleb Williams, I feel like where he projected, he's an elite talent, man. Like you look at Patrick Mahomes, and he's able to throw off those off-platform throws. Caleb Williams could do those throws as well, man. Look at the game where that jump throw gets me. It is nice, you got to admit. But the fact that this man had the amount of comeback wins that he did as well, game-winning drives as well, He has that it factor to him. Not a lot of quarterbacks do in this league. Bo Nix is one of them, and Caleb is another one that has that it factor, especially out of that draft class. And I think, man, I think with Ben Johnson again another year, you're gonna see him take that next step again, having that offensive continuity. I mean that matters too for Bo Nix, right? Being in Sean Payton's offense, you've seen him take that leap. You'll see that with Caleb Williams ascending. Man, I'm excited for Caleb Williams in this Ben Johnson offense. I feel like these dudes are going to be contenders on that side of the ball, aside from what do you call it, the Rams. But you look at Caleb Williams did go match up against Matthew Stafford in the postseason, and he played pretty well, dude. You got to give him that for a year two quarterback. The game was closer than I think many anticipated in that matchup. So, I mean, George is just chomping at the bit to talk some smoke. But go ahead. Go ahead.
That's all I gotta say. It's okay. I'll stick to my roots. I need to see a lot more before I believe in the Caleb Williams hype train. Okay. Way too unorthodox. Way too many. And I won't say lucky. He made some tremendous throws. You know, the jump pass. Okay, cool. I'm glad you made them. He holds on to the ball entirely too long, and that's why I go off of QBs. Like, I grew up in an era where you have a traditional QB, right? Now we have some mobile QBs, and now mobile becomes unorthodox, where you can't be in a pocket and you have to. Oh my God! Okay, let me make some people miss, and then look, somebody's open. Yeah, because you were just dancing for an extra 2 seconds. Of course, somebody's open. Like, and that's great, but that don't win championships. Like, that's not a quarterback for me. I need to see way more improvement in the pocket passing. He was horrible in the pocket. Most of his misses were in the pocket, over the middle, interceptions, because he overthrows it, because he has no accuracy. As far as being in the pocket, unorthodox and a special talent, I can say he can launch a ball, he can throw a ball, fade away, 3-pointer, half court, and you're going to drop it in the bucket.
Yeah.
But can he sit there and 3-step drop back and drop you a 10-yard in route? No, he can't. And that's why he's not on the list.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. And I think for me, like, we've seen in the playoffs, like when it mattered most, he sold the playoff game too. So it's like, I think people, and this might be a horrible take, but I think people like Caleb solely off the fact that he's Mahomes. Like he does the fadeaway throws and stuff like that. But I just
flashy. He has a flash.
I'm just not too big of a fan. And it's like, when you talk about, we talk about situation. Yeah, his rookie year, his situation was awful, but year two, I mean, talent wise, he's got it made, man. Like that, anybody should be good with that roster and Ben Johnson. I mean, that's the truth of the matter. Like when you look at the skill position guys over there, I mean, he has 2 solid tight ends, pretty good receiving room, 2 running backs that are producing. His O-line was solid. Another thing I wanted to touch on, you brought up him being clutch. Shouldn't he be clutch? His defense led the league in takeaways. Hey. They put him in situations to be clutch.
And hopefully that's something Bo Nix has this year for,
that would be
praying for it because we didn't have that and we still won those games.
And we led the league in sacks.
Our turnovers were punts. That's what our turnovers were. Forcing punts and making Bo go 70 fucking yards to score a touchdown.
Next quarterback.
I'll go with you guys had him, obviously. I got him up there at 7 because every year in and year out, this man is touching 4,000.
Yeah.
You're not an elite passer. You're not on your game unless you're touching 4,000 every year, right? Regardless of his situation, even with the Rams, he went to a Super Bowl, most boringest Super Bowl in the history of Super Bowls. Right. Whatever, he lost. That's okay. It was a close Super Bowl. But ever since he went to Detroit, he found life, And I could say I understand where you guys have him because with the amount of talent he has, he should be touching 5, like Matt Stafford, right? Like the amount of talent you got out there in Detroit with Amon and Jameson and Jameer Gibbs and not Montgomery
Laporta.
anymore, but they brought Isaiah Pacheco, right? They
Yeah.
signed Isaiah Pacheco, which is, still a good change of pace back. He should be doing more. And let alone the tight end, Sam Laporta, right? He's had some fall off years, and I kind of blame it on Goff. He's just not finding him. And some injuries. But really Goff is I think overlooked in some ways by people, but he's getting his recognition. He's performing with the weapons that he has, and I think overperforming how he would play as a quarterback if he had less talent. Right? Like say he doesn't have Amon, right? Say he has the Broncos receiving core. I don't know that he plays to that 4,000-yard passing level that he does with the other talent that he has, right? He becomes a 3,600-yard passer, not a 4,100-yard passer. But because of his talent and he takes advantage of it, it's a no question. Year in and year out, he is helping them make strides. I think everybody roots for Detroit, right? In a way, because they have never won. And they're the only team to ever lose every game in a season.
Tough. On to 6. We all got Dak Prescott.
Look at that. A sweep.
Yeah, I love me some Dak Prescott. I think that, I mean, dude, I think he's probably one of the most hated quarterbacks in the league just because he plays on the Cowboys.
Yeah.
He's had elite seasons. He's been in the MVP conversation. I just feel like he does everything an elite quarterback does. And I think if he went to a different team, like, I'm not gonna lie, before we got Bo Nix, I was one of those people that were like, hey, we should trade for Dak Prescott. Like,
yeah. Hey, I
he
hear
could
you.
be
Yeah.
he could be that guy with Sean Payton.
Yeah.
He just does, like, and granted, he does have his whole career he's had elite weapons. I will say that he's had elite weapons, but he's always taken advantage of it. And when he's healthy, I mean, dude,
he produces when he's healthy, right?
He leads one of the, I mean, how many years in his career has he led a top offense as a quarterback? And it doesn't really matter who's in the room or who the coach is.
Yeah.
He leads the offense as a damn good quarterback in the regular season. I'll say postseason, not so much, but I think he's elite. Like, he can stand in the pocket. He's a good pocket passer. He has elite awareness. I think he gets the ball out pretty fast. Yeah. I just think overall I think he's one of the top guys. Like, if he didn't play for Dallas, I think he would be respected a lot more.
Absolutely agree with that. Great take there, Trav. 26 career game-winning drives, 19 fourth-quarter comebacks, dude. The dude's pretty clutch. We would like to see it more in the playoffs, but hey, some of that's too, like, Dallas kind of roster not being the greatest on the other side of the ball. So, what about you, bro? You want to touch on Dak real quick, or?
Yeah. I agree. It's funny because every year he's almost a lock, right? You're almost a lock to see a 4,000-yard season. He's going to toss the ball around. He's going to get it to his guys. He has had the advantage of having some stud receivers, right? I mean, you got CeeDee Lamb for the last 4 or 5 years. Like, come on, you're already a monster. But the fact that you're able to make that connection, right? Because not every one receiver gets that connection with a top QB. You got to show that you can actually – you're that much better than everybody else that your connection is always hitting. Right? Yeah. It's a lock. CeeDee's going to catch 6 passes a game. Doesn't matter. You can't stop it. So I agree. I think I don't think he's underrated, but I also think I do agree that a lot of people see him as overrated because he plays for the Cowboys. We all hate the Cowboys. They all think they're going to win it every year. And we just know if he wasn't handcuffed by Jerry Jones and the entire organization wasn't handcuffed by Jerry Jones, they probably could have won something by now, right? Like, they could have won something by now. Besides the fact he's a top prospect to be in that conversation for a top 5 or 6 QB. There's no question about it. NFC or not, NFC least or not, regardless. Like he performs against the teams that he needs to and the teams that have good defenses. He still torches them. So
Nice.
I don't mind him at all. I know you're in love with him. I was surprised he wasn't higher.
Yeah, I am in love with him. Anyways, Matthew Stafford. I know we're pressed for kind of time, right? Trav, you got to get going here soon. It's getting late. You want to rapid fire through this next year?
Rapid fire these top 4. Top
Yeah,
5.
let's rapid
Yeah,
fire.
we can.
Okay.
So yeah, I have Matt Stafford at 5.
Nice. Yes.
I think he, I don't think he was the MVP. He was the best quarterback in the league last year. To be doing, what he does at his age, he's elite.
Yeah.
However, he does have top tier weapons too. It's kind of a trend with all these guys, besides a few that are at the top of the list. They have, generational talent wide receivers. Matt Stafford just gets it done, man. I mean, you seen last year, he spreads the ball out. Being as old as he is, it's almost like he's taking a note from Tom Brady. He's going to play forever and put up elite numbers, and he's put up elite numbers his whole career. Even when the lines were bad, like Matt Stafford was still really good.
Stafford, right? That's who we look forward to on Sundays.
So I think he's just top of the line quarterback. I don't think I would have him above the other 4 that I have above him, though. Just my personal opinion right now.
Okay. Hey, I like your list though. Real quick, George, you want to run through yours?
Yeah, Lamar, of course. I got Lamar here at 5 because he, year in and year out, he has failed to continue to get the job done when it matters most.
Yeah, it's tough.
I don't care, and that's the MVP. He's won some MVPs, had some good seasons. His first one was probably the most deserved. He had a great season that year. The second one it was there. Not saying it wasn't deserved, but it wasn't as dominant as before. And he hasn't been able to eclipse, right? He hasn't shown me that he could beat somebody when it matters. They fumbled the bag and decided that he should become Peyton Manning against the Chiefs instead of running the ball like they did all season and just playing their game. He doesn't show me, and that for me is a leadership. That's a leadership downfall at his point. How are you going to let your coach or whose game plan is it to get away from your game plan? You have a game plan all season, 18 weeks going into a Super Bowl or into an AFC Championship game, and you're gonna decide to change the game plan. No, that shows lack of leadership. So I think he's a hell of a talent, but I got to see a lot more. Got to see a lot more going forward.
I like it, man. I like it a lot, man. I got Joe Burrow on mine. And he reminds me a little bit of Peyton Manning in his game, right? In terms of like the precision and accuracy when playing the quarterback position, pocket awareness. Like my only problem with Joe Burrow is the health, right? And the longevity of this man. Like otherwise I'd have him much higher, probably like 3, maybe 2. That's a big knock. You can't make the club from the tub. Your team is hurting because of the injuries. And part of being a leader and a quarterback too is you got to be able to take care of your body. And I know, like I said, he doesn't have control in terms of like the offensive line, but it's been every season. You're not even for sure. Now it's to a point where we're concerned about his health going into the season if he's going to be able to be available for the whole season. So I love Joe Burrow though, dude. When healthy, MVP caliber. He's in the discussion every year, right? I feel like you can make a case. So I love me some Joe Burrow.
I love Joe Burrow too.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Go ahead, Trav. The next one.
So I have Lamar Jackson at 4. Last year I'd probably have him higher if we're talking last year, but what Lamar Jackson does good, which might be part of the reason that Harbaugh got let go, is like run the football. Last year you've seen him, regress. Had a career low in rushing attempts, career low in yards per carry. What Lamar Jackson is good at, he kind of regressed at. Wasn't as good. However, he is arguably the best rushing quarterback we've ever seen. in the NFL. He's one of those guys that has been, showed generational talent, but I have to agree with George. It's like he just don't get it done, man. Like, and
Hard, yeah.
we can blame coaching because there's a lot of times they should run the ball with Derrick Henry and pass the ball, but at the same time, like Lamar Jackson could change the play and run the football. You don't have to be prime Russell Wilson throwing the game away. I just think that the it factor, he lacks it a little bit when it matters. But the rushing ability, I love it. I think that he runs the football at an elite level, but I think that last year he regressed. It'll be interesting to see what he does with Declan Doyle calling the offense, former Sean Payton guy, Broncos tight end coach, calling their offense. So it'll be interesting. See what he does.
Real quick, George, Josh Allen.
Oh, old Joshy Josh. The talent of all talents, the Superman that isn't, right? Everybody wants him to be Superman, but he's just not. He's just not. He's great during the regular season. He seems to be able to run by everybody. He shows me some great flashes as far as his passing abilities. But here and again is a guy year in and year out who seems to just not get the job done. Whether it's to his fault or own. Obviously, last year was amazing. Jaquillin interception. And I call him Jaquillin because he's, it's the Key and Peele. He's Jaquan McMillan, but that's Jaquillin. Jaquillin! All right. An amazing interception, right? Not necessarily his fault, but you get thrown a better ball. Right? Like, you didn't have to take that shot. He still put the ball out there. It's on the quarterback. Every year he seems to fail, and everybody thought it was only because Patrick Mahomes was in his way. And guess who showed up? Bo Chapman Nix, new sheriff's in town. Guess who Josh Allen's going to – he's just going to – the Bills are in a cursed – I don't know if they think the curse has been lifted, but I don't think it has. Because they just went from losing every year to the Chiefs in stupid overtimes, in 13 seconds left. And now you got to go play Bo Nix and the Broncos and lose on a last-second interception because that's just – who it is. He's great. He's upcoming. He's super talented, but I can't have him up there when I don't trust him enough to lead my team to a win. His defense has been there. He's had the weapons. And one thing I'll say is he showed me a lot with losing Diggs and being able to spread the ball a little bit more with their dual tight end sets. But at the end of the day, he didn't get it done.
Yeah. No, good, bro. Good ones. Let's let Denver Trav rapid fire through his next few, and then we'll let him go because I know he's later than us, and then we'll go from there. Go ahead, my bro.
We're at 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have Joe Burrow at 3. Dude, if he can't stay healthy this year, he's not going to be in my top 5 anymore. But he dude, like you said, Dak, he reminds me of Peyton Manning, like. Traditional pocket passer. He has all the talent, accuracy. Man, it's just like he's Andrew Luck, bro. Like it's literally he can't stay on the football field. Like this is the year where like the Bengals, they went out last year. Their O-line was okay. A lot of people want to say it was bad. Last year was okay. They went out and patched up the defense, and this is their year, is what all Bengal fans are saying. If Joe Burrow don't stay healthy this year, he's not staying in the top 5. Like you can't continuously put somebody in the top 5 or the top 3 that can't finish a football season. Because at the end of the day, that's what you're supposed to do is finish the season and put your team in situations to win a Lombardi.
Yeah.
And it ain't his fault, but if he can't stay healthy, he's probably going to be off my top 5, to be honest. But
fair, bro. Fair.
Patrick Mahomes, dude. I hate it, bro.
Yeah, I know.
He's Mahomes. What can I say?
Yeah.
One of the all-time greats. Yeah. Unfortunate that he is in our division.
Right.
He just, dude. Anytime we play Kansas City, it's like they could get the ball on their 1-yard line, and if Pat Mahomes has the ball in his hands, like I'm pretty scared that we're gonna lose. Like,
yeah,
he's gonna make a play to to put his team in a situation to beat us. However, Bo Nix does own the Chiefs, but Patrick Mahomes is just generational. You know, it's the Brady-esque level of skill. He's just different, and I think he's going to go down as one of the best ever if this injury doesn't hold him back that he's coming back from. But I think he's one of the best we've probably ever seen play football. So I got him up there. I do think he's regressed a little bit though since that Eagles Super Bowl. I think he has regressed a little bit when we talk about play. And no, I'm not giving him any excuses. I don't give a damn who's at wide receiver. He gets no excuses. And then you got Josh Allen.
Superman.
I agree that he is like, he's a playoff, like he don't win the playoff games, but there's been games where like you look back at, you know, that Chiefs game, like Josh Allen outplayed Mahomes and still lost the game.
Yeah.
So like, I think he is a good playoff performer besides that Broncos game. That playoff performance was dog water. But he's a guy that he just wows me, bro. And he's kind of like Mahomes in an aspect of like, dude, like when he dropped back and threw that bullet to Cooks, bro, I was like, dude, like until McMillan came up, and then now it's like, hi.
I saw Jaquilin. I saw him running, and I said,
Like,
"Oh, might be trouble."
Like
I didn't expect an interception.
Me neither. When he threw that pass, I was like, oh my gosh, dude, we're cooked. And then McMillan came up with the ball, and they called the interception, and I was like, happiest day of my life until the press conference. But Josh Allen is just a X factor quarterback. I think he does things extremely well. I mean, at every level, rushing the football, passing the football, and he's huge. I mean, you can line up the biggest linebacker in the game against him, and Josh Allen's going to make a play. So,
hell yeah, dude.
He's almost unstoppable when it comes to the defense. Like, and I mean, he has James Cook. So you have an elite running back with a running back quarterback that's a monster. Like,
he takes advantages. He takes his advantages where he can get them.
And
I'll say he's what Cam Newton wanted to be.
Right.
And he takes risks that other quarterbacks
can run you over. He can run you over. He'll run all over you, but he can sling it. He can sling it.
And that's the arm talent, the over
for
sure. He has a piss missile for sure. Like he can stand flat footed and throw the ball 75.
And maybe it's the curse, or maybe it's just bad luck, but year in and year out, I watch him not be able to sling it to win a game.
I agree. I think when the clutch comes that he sometimes crumbles, but I also think, and I shouldn't be giving them any credit, you know, but I think a lot of it, they kept Sean McDermott for way too long. Like he just wasn't.
Oh yeah. They wrote him. Last year was the epitome of like your last season. Like you either win it or you're done. So it didn't matter if they beat us and went to a Super Bowl. If they lost, I think McDermott was gone regardless.
And the front office in Buffalo is a joke as well. Like the fact that he had Diggs, but after Diggs, like it's taken them this long to get your franchise guy. Like when we look at it, right? Like they got Diggs in Josh Allen's third year. After Diggs, he's been throwing, his tight end room's good and his running back's good, but his receiving core, I mean, after Diggs left, it's been kind of mid. It's like
subpar.
Now you got DJ Moore, which I don't know if he is as good as people think either, because I think the best days are behind him. But I think Josh Allen is just he elevates a team. Like if you take Josh Allen off that team, they're getting a top 5.
Oh, they're much worse without it. So. And that's just the bottom line. So that's great. I like your list. I like your reasonings. I got Mahomes at 3. I think specifically because I don't believe in their depth. I don't believe in their depth anymore. I don't believe in their team and their roster. And Walker could be. I mean, they're bringing back the enemy. But you know what happened last year? We did a lot of that, bringing back people that helped you win championships. Didn't pan out so well. not just for the Broncos, right? Like we're talking Nuggets, Avs, all brought back pieces that helped you win titles in the past. Like, oh, we could do this. I don't necessarily think it's going to be all sunshine and rainbows. I think they're
Yeah.
going to go through some growing pains. The receiver room is hurting. You got Xavier Worthy, right? Rasheed Rice is going to get suspended again. And back to back, it's going to be a longer suspension because you just back to back violated. They're kind of in some turmoil. So I think this will be a big testament to, dude, Mahomes he's a solid ass QB. He's great. He's great. When he has the ball in his hands, he's spectacular. He does things that you don't expect. He can make off balance throws, but he also commands the offense in such a way that, like the guys that we watched for so long growing up. If you go this way, you need to they just know they're in sync. But they're losing some of that, right? They're losing some of that with Kelsey being older. Probably his last year. Just got married. How football ready is he, right, to come help them win again? They got some pieces to hold up, but it's Mahomes, dude. The things he's done from the start of his getting to start winning 3 championships. It's pretty spectacular stuff. No matter how much I hated to watch it.
Yeah.
So I can't deny it. I want to see how he comes off the ACL. I think he has a horrible week 1, and I think we win by two scores.
Nice.
Joe Burrow, Joe Shiesty, Iceman. He is the next guy. If he can just get a little help. I'm not even going to say it's his fault. If you could just block for this man, he took you to a Super Bowl after getting sacked 9 times in a championship game. In the NFC Championship, he got sacked 9 times and still won the game. Unheard of. It's spectacular, dude. Joe Burrow is incredibly disgusting in the pocket. He is that Brett Favre caliber with arm strength, right? He can laser a ball in, but he's also got – it reminds me, I'm going to go back-to-back Green Bay QBs, Aaron Rodgers-esque. Dude drops back, and you might say here, he's going to just scoot this way and cannon. Granted, he has Jamar Chase, right? Probably one overall right now in the league. 1A, 1B, depending on who you like, right? T. Higgins, the best number 2 receiver in the league by far. There's not even a question. He's the one on every other team. He's got the weapons, but, dude, his accuracy, his IQ, it's beyond most of these guys. He's been to a Super Bowl with a team that didn't belong there. That's crazy. And moving on, dude, Stafford. I'm going to stop letting people disrespect Matthew Stafford. If he ain't one on your list, I don't hate you, but you're wrong. You're wrong. He has been doing this for how long? He has, 3 or 4 of the 5,000-yard passing seasons in NFL history? Yeah. Sure, he had Megatron. Sure, he had Cooper Kupp. Sure, now he has Devontae and Puka. But you know who has to throw them the ball? Matthew Stafford. He has to get them the ball. Sure, they might be open. Megatron was just always open. That's a different character. He had to have that rapport with his receivers to be able this is what I want you to do, and you're going to be there. And he knows exactly balls out before they're out their break. That's traditional IQ football. Dude has been doing it for years and threw for 4,700 last year. Crazy numbers.
Yeah.
And they're only improving their team. And I will say he has the benefit of having one of the top defenses. You can't doubt it. But he gets to play more offense because they're getting the ball back, right? They're getting the ball back. They're getting stops. He's back out on the field. And what's he do? Drive it down. Bam, bam, bam. You're scared to go against Matthew Stafford. He's the last of our generation's QBs that are going to retire. And he must be celebrated as such, in my eyes. Nice. Just winning an MVP. Come on. Man's coming for – they're selling out. It's the Rams. They're selling out again. They got rid of everything. They're going to bring Aaron Donald out of retirement. The league's back. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah. Patrick Mahomes for me. three-time Super Bowl, like you guys said. He's up there, man, in terms of elite quarterbacks in history, right? Unfortunately, he's in our division. Josh Allen, man, he's a dude, man. I think he keeps defenses up at night with his ability as a dual threat, right, to utilize his legs and as a passing quarterback. I like the point you made, George, about being able Cam Newton wishing that he could have had, been like Josh Allen. He didn't have the throwing part of his game, right? Like Josh could zip it, right? So he just needs to figure out how to win in the big games and the bigger games, right? Because he just can't get it done, unfortunately.
Just figure out how to get his front offense to sign some people.
Yeah. MVP, he has an MVP under his belt now, and now moving on to Matthew Stafford, 50 game winning drives, fifth all time in history, Super Bowl champion. I mean, this guy can do it all, man. He has the arm talent still at 37. He could sling it different arm angles. He could zip it through the no look. Yeah, this was a lot of fun, you guys. Top 10 quarterbacks, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Shout out to Denver Trav, man. Thank you. I mean, we took a lot of your time. This probably went longer than we anticipated.
Oh, you're good.
But this was a lot of fun, bro. And I hope we can have you.
Can I rapid fire like 15 comments?
Sure.
Yeah, good. Okay. Cody said in Vegas, I'm so sorry. I'll be there again this year, 20th. Let me know, Cody. Denver Trav from Rich Ridge. Dak exercising his right to bear arms. Not sure if that's what the 2A meant. Herbert is a legit QB. I think we all agree in some aspects.
He is a legit QB.
He's, like I said, we're all borderline on him because of his failures. Rich on orange and blue. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tim Dog. Tim Dog shouting out. He said, Trav, how in God's green earth did you put Prescott that high on your list, same with Lamar or even Joe? I'm always in the yard.
They're just elite quarterbacks, man. We can't deny the talent.
Same questions. Yeah, George, same questions. I've got a hospital bed reservation. Burrow's ranked 2. Yeah, because if he's not in a hospital bed, guess what he is? The number 2 quarterback in the league, probably, if not one.
Yeah, he's up there, bro.
He's gonna torch your favorite team besides Pat. He's gonna come after Riley hard, just like they did, just like it happened. I love Riley. I was super sad about it. Trav, Jay Weaver in the house. He said, so glad to finally have you on Orange and Blue.
What's up, Jay?
Tim Dog said, the audacity of Bo being so low. I don't know if you're trying to flow there, but I see what you did.
He's number 1 in our hearts.
Number 1 in our hearts, but we got to be realistic. I'm not going to be a super fanboy. We keep it real. Oh, yeah, I brought that one up.
He did.
Stephen A. Smith said it best. Stay off the weed.
I like it, Mile High. Anyway.
He said, all right. Going from great to elite, which is about Bo. Vele was sneaky good on our team from Ridge.
Oh, I loved Vele, but
I
remember the day.
Hey, so did the coaching stuff.
I was on vacation in Panama City Beach, and I was drunk. And I was in this group chat on Twitter, and somebody told me like an hour before, they were like, Vele's getting traded. I was like, what's your source? I was like, is it Trust Me, bro? And then an hour later, he got traded. And yeah, I was so pissed. But then I realized Pat Bryant's way better, so I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
Bryant's a good dude.
He also predicted Vele to the Broncos in the 7th. Did you predict the trade? Because I don't think most of us didn't, besides Trav's home. Baker, I need a phone book to see over my O-line, Mayfield. Boy gets it done. Gunslinger. Had more yards than Josh Allen. Just saying. 75 Crazy Ray said, disconnect for me across the board. Talking heads on mainstream media have Bo middle of the pack for QB. But the top 100 has Bo ranked above Lamar. What are you missing? I don't think you're missing nothing. I think the media, if people only follow the mainstream media, I'm gonna have some disconnect with you because they don't really know anything. They just like likes and views. What can we push out? Who's the next superstar? That's all they care about.
They always hate on the Broncos. Like it's been a trend for as long as I've been a fan.
35, 45 years.
Yeah.
It's a trend. So it's like And the thing is, whoever that comment about Bo being over Lamar, the top 100 is by NFL players.
Yeah.
So it's like the players think he's the guy, but the media and that Stephen A comment almost made me laugh because Stephen A. Smith knows nothing about football. Like he's a basketball guy, in my opinion. He don't know enough.
He is a basketball guy.
Super basketball guy. Yeah, Bo has outperformed Lamar. Game recognized game. Lamar's crumbled under pressure. And that's early. It's early. We're going to find out. May also had no weapons last year. Meh. He also played nobody. So when you have no weapons and you play nobodies, you're going to match up pretty well.
Drake the schedule May? Is that what you call him?
Exactly. Till I see it this year. I can always go back as long as you prove to me. Prove to me you are that dude. Go win 14 games again.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Exactly. Go be great. Go be better. Go show that you can beat these teams. Not saying he can't. You know, he might.
Yeah.
I just can't. I can't have him up there. It's not in my visions. Discrepancy between MSM and the players. Some talking heads or ex-players, and they say the same. Bo is mid of the pack. Drake May is not better than Bo Nix. I think I know that. I don't know if they know that, Shy. We're gonna get them on the right track, you know.
I think in totality, if you talk the first 2 years, I agree. But last season, as a passer, I think Drake May was better. But I think in totality,
I can agree with
Bo Nix all day.
I'm not going to argue with the fact of the stats don't lie, and I saw what I saw. I watched plenty of games. He was a better passer last year, playing against way worse teams.
I agree with that too. I agree.
God. Okay.
But also, I already, you know, he's a much faster starter. Bo is more clutch. That leads right into it. More clutch than May. If May didn't have those starts, I don't think they win that many games. If they had to come back 13 times last year, I don't think anybody wins that many games unless you're the Chiefs because they won 9 the year before. Watch more YouTube anyways. Okay. Well, this is the YouTube channel you want to be on. Like, share, and subscribe. Season, do you
I think J.K. Dobbins is actually going to have his first healthy season. I think he plays all games. I think he plays all games. Last year was a freak accident. The Raiders injured him on purpose. So, hip drop tackle. J.K. Dobbins stays fully healthy, and our
should have been a 15. Should have been a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah. So I don't predict Dobbins going out, but if he does, I believe in Harvey and Coleman. So
Harvey first. You see that, Jay? Yeah, that's right.
1,000%. People are disrespecting my boy Harvey. Like he's something.
Yes.
Like he is one of the. He's going to be one of the best receiving backs in the league in 2026. People are going to see.
He also had 2 more rushing touchdowns than he did receiving touchdowns.
He is the guy, bro. I think the fact that people are saying Coleman is RB2 or is already ahead of Harvey is disrespectful, bro. It's disrespectful.
And I've been putting this out there, same thing. I see Coleman out here on TikTok. I see him doing all this. You know who's training while he's on TikTok? RJ Harvey.
Hey, RJ Harvey might be my next jersey. I'm a big Harvey guy, bro. I think, and this might be an insane take, but I think Sean Payton drafted him in it, seeing that he plays similar to how Kamara plays. And as a running back in this offense with the Sean Payton system, you have to be able to catch the football. RJ Harvey's that guy, bro. He is going to be on the football field more than Coleman, bro. Yeah. 1,000%.
He's gonna get increased opportunities without trying because he's that vital.
And he's a good blocker. He's a good blocker too.
He's becoming a great blocker because he put Matt Milano on his ass last year in the playoffs.
I love RJ Harvey, bro. I
like all our running backs.
I'm huge on Harvey.
People bring up the 3.7 yards per carry or whatever, but at the same time, like he's a rookie, bro. This year,
when's the last time we had a player run for 2+ 50-yard runs in the season? It's been a long time.
And have 12 all-purpose touchdowns? Like
exactly. 12 all-purpose touchdowns, had 2 50+ yard runs. had several 20-plus yard runs.
He's the man.
Dude's going to be a baller. All right, quick fire. I don't see no more screenplays. We'll see. Sean Payton loves screens, and I think Davis Webb, the importance of screens are great. You just got to run them at the right time. Not when everybody knows that you're behind the sticks. Like, you got to do it right.
Put Justin Jolie out there on the screen.
Yeah, Jolie out there on the screen. Even Bentley. Put them both. Get a lead block.
I'm a Dallin Bentley Glazer, bro. Big fan. I was wanting us to draft him so – like, dude, he reminds me of Hunter Henry. And the fact that he's a good blocker –
Dude, amazing.
I think people don't like, and I think people are hyping up Jolie because he does what Evan Ingram does. You know, he's a catching threat. But I think Dallin Bentley may get more play because Sean Payton wants a guy that's going to get in there and do the dirty work, man. And Dallin Bentley's going to do it.
Bentley's that Adam Troutman replacement, like Dak been saying for a while too. I agreed. You know, it's inevitable. You have to replace Adam Troutman. He doesn't belong in the receiving game. Awesome blocker. Why is he catching fucking 4 passes a game? That drives me crazy.
I don't think he's that good of a blocker in the run game either. I think he's and I think
just in our system.
Me and Cody Rourke were talking about this. He's a guy that is good for the play action or for when you're running a screenplay to just get in the way pretty much. Like in the run game, statistically, he's pretty bad at blocking. Like it's actually kind of crazy. But
yeah, he's not going to take many ends or anything on their own.
But I don't dislike him either. Like I like the brotherhood aspect of like he defends Bo Nix. Yeah. I just don't like him being on the football field. Like I think
I dislike when he's out there. It's against my culture. It's not how I would coach. So I'm against it. But I'm not in the NFL, so good points, Trav. Dak, we were talking about Goff earlier. You guys were having some talks. Detroit last year could have made a whole team from the players they had injured. Yeah, they went through an injury bug for sure. Mm-hmm. You know, but regardless, they still had a really good year for being so injured.
Yeah. So I have a question for you guys before you read the next comment, and it just made me think of it because of Dak's jersey on the wall. Okay, so in Broncos country, it's a little bit divided. You know, the whole Coop situation. They're saying the trial's going to get pushed, that he may not miss a game unless they suspend him. If they do suspend him, and I kind of thought about this too when George said you don't bring championship players to try to win another championship from a former team. Are y'all in on bringing Von Miller in, or are you out on bringing him in?
Go ahead.
I'm going to say out, and I know he's a Denver icon. I love Von Miller, obviously. And I have a bunch of other stuff of Von Miller. But I feel like it's time for Q Robinson and Jonah Alice to shine, bro. I think this is a different era of Broncos that we're in. But I do love Von Miller. He's always going to be a Denver icon for me. And I get the nostalgia behind it, but I'm going to pass on this one.
I really want it. I really want it. But my heart and my mind are two different things. And my heart wants Vaughn, but my mind tells me that we're too deep into this growth of our developmental players. We need to continue to develop these guys to transition as our other players get out of contract reach, or the more players you have get better, the more likely you are to get worse. You're going to lose them because you can't pay everybody. This is the problem of having so many good players on your team. You're going to lose somebody. So in order to lose somebody, you have to gain valuable talent that you build. And I just want us to keep that going. Not that Vaughn couldn't help us, but he's going to take away from their playing time, the actual snaps on the field when it matters. I think Ellis right now has the edge over Q Robinson, and I want to see it battle out. I think they're going to rotate, but I think Ellis has the biggest chance to finally have his breakout year after getting overlooked at middle linebacker and then moved around and then asked to go back outside, right? Because they moved him. He started outside. They moved him to middle, didn't use him, and then is now getting asked to go back outside. And I said it a few times over the last weeks. He's the only player that got moved positions this year that Sean Payton confirmed he will not move back. He will play outside. Sean Payton came out and said that. So for me, that's, if I'm reading in between the lines, Sean Payton seeing something dangerous that, like, this kid's too good not to have him on the field at outside.
Yeah.
So I got to pass, and we can use our extra spot to bring another young piece in.
Yeah, I agree. I'm a big Von Miller guy too. Von sent me a autographed helmet for Christmas one year. I love me some Von Miller, but I also feel like, everybody wants to say that, oh, he would come to Denver on a vet minimum, but I don't believe that. I mean, he turned down the Seahawks back-to-back years because the contract wasn't right. I think that he wants to break that sack record that DeMarcus Ware has. And I think he wants his last payday. Like, this is his last ride. I think he wants to get paid. I think Denver has the depth. You have Ellis, Robinson, which Vance Joseph loves. You have Tillman. People sleep on the fact that we still have him. And then Johnny Walker Jr. that got hurt last year as a UDFA, that if Cooper misses time, he's going to be that fourth edge as a depth piece. So it's like, I don't think you need him. I mean,
that's fair.
If they got him, dude, I'd be happy. I ain't gonna lie.
It'd be a nice write-off.
I'm gonna welcome him with open arms.
Yeah.
We got Von, right? But
yeah,
I just think for our trajectory, if I'm thinking like the Walter Penner group, Sean Payton, our future is much more brighter than the fact is it going to win us a Super Bowl? I don't think Von being here necessarily wins us a Super Bowl like Super Bowl 50.
I agree. And I think when you look at the fact that he, is the Super Bowl MVP coming into this new locker room, he may make some of the other guys feel like he's superior when he's not been on this team. Like, personally, and I don't know how you guys feel about this, if they're going to sign an old guy, go get Bobby Wagner, especially with Jordan Turner, missing the start of training camp. That linebacker 3 spot is a question mark. We got to hope that York or Murdoch, Rene Reed or Bailey, one of those guys pan out. But like, two of them or one of them is Mr. Irrelevant. One's a UDFA, the other one's a UDFA, and the other one's a UDFA. So it's like that linebacker 3 spot is, I don't know. I think it's a little thin. I mean, if something, and God forbid, but if something happens to Singleton or Strnad, who's going to step in there? And because last year when Greenlaw went down, Strnad stepped in and he didn't miss a beat. I think that we don't have that right now, unless one of these young guys step up. So B-Wag would be like,
I'm all for about B Wagner being in Denver.
I wouldn't mind it for a league vet minimum,
just in case, player like.
Oh yeah, well, also rotational. Give your guys some rest. Do you really have to play Alex Singleton every single play?
No.
Or even Strnad, like. They don't need to play every down. Make sure you get them some rest so they're ready for the next big plays that are coming later in the game.
I'm hoping York is the guy that steps up. I mean, I know a lot of people, I like Red Murdoch too, but I don't know. York playing in the SEC, I don't know. I've watched his film a lot, and I think he's a difference maker, man. He's small, but dude, he flies around kind of like Murdoch. So.
I like how he flies around. I just think Murdoch's knack for the ball. He already has an advantage coming into the game. Special teams, along with being able to step in as a linebacker and shoot gaps, but not only shoot gaps, secure tackles while attacking the ball.
Yeah.
And we'll have to see if it translates. But in college,
I agree.
Even when he missed, he still tackled. He didn't only go for ball. He finished tackles. So I think he has a good chance as a mystery relevant. I'm calling him our Brock Purdy.
Nice.
I mean, I agree, but I'm not going to lie. Before this news came out about Jordan Turner, I had him as linebacker 3. Like, I think they love him on special teams, and if he gets healthy before the season, I still think that he's a linebacker 3. I mean, they elevated him last year. He was an ace on special teams.
Yeah.
It's just going to be interesting because,
I like him.
You guys will probably agree, like, the safety position is like, You got Key and Skinner that are both special team aces, but you drafted Miles Scott. You signed Tyson Anderson. And then in the linebacker room, you have all these guys. It's like, who is both of those backup spots? It's like, who's going to excel and be that guy? You know?
So it's our biggest question mark is our depth at linebacker.
I agree.
Yeah. No, this was a fun show, you guys. I appreciate you, Denver Trav. I mean, we spent 2 hours of your time, but this was so fun.
Appreciate you
This
sticking
is
it
it,
out,
dude.
dude.
Appreciate
Surprised
you.
Jack was
You're
able
gonna
to
have to come
manage
back.
to stay on.
Yeah, we'll have
You're
to
gonna have
do
to come
some before the season or even
Let's
during
do
the
it.
season. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna have plenty more good shows. We still got our fantasy show coming up. We got plenty to talk about. Training camp. I will be there next Saturday for day 2 of training camp. I didn't make it to day 1, unfortunately, but I'll be there with Libre, and we're gonna turn it up, so we'll have some content to talk about. Much love for all the comments, guys.
Oh yeah.
I'll be able to get the rest of these in here. We got Tell J. Coleman. Love to salute to service flag, absolutely. Many of the guys, these media types latch onto or dudes or they insist it would do well, simply don't want to be wrong. Lamar's example of that. Burrow too. Yeah. I think it happens. You got to stick to your takes. Die with your roots. Which is why everybody still has Bo Nix rated as 18th best quarterback and all this
At
nonsense.
least we had him in the top 10. We didn't all agree.
Oh yeah, it's just nonsense because everybody hated him coming out of college, so they have to stick to that until he proves
To
it
the
wrong.
narrative. I agree on that 1,000%.
Yeah, 'cause that's the only reason they're doing it because everybody bashed him for being so overdrafted and overrated, and now look at him being better than every QB. So yeah, that's great. Vaughn had 9 sacks. Cooper had 8. Vaughn outplayed him.
Vaughn was also on a terrible team with no pass rush, so
Yeah. It's not very comparable. Vaughn's dog, like we said, we talked about it. Agree with that, Rich. Read these last fews. We got another one here. Syriaco.
We don't
Syriaco. 1224. We don't need Vaughn. Oh, he said Troutman is fine. Stop trashing players on the team. I mean, he's fine, but really he's not. He could do a lot better. We could do a lot better. If Vaughn is here, we'll resign our fees. In my opinion, yeah.
that was Adam Troutman on a burner right there commenting to you.
Yeah, right, exactly.
No, I don't dislike Troutman. I think that I think he sticks up for his teammates, which is cool. That's pretty cool. The Dragon Slayer interview is awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely it's like that. He's a true vet. That's the best thing you can say about him. True vet. He knows what he's doing. Good show, Trav, with the bros.
Yes, sir.
Little people like York playing against Norris. Oh, Butler holds up the ball above his head as the game keep away against you. That's funny. Awesome. That's the last of the comments. We appreciate everybody being here. Dak, if you want to round us out.
Trav, where can they give you a follow, bro? I know we showed your YouTube, but where can they all follow you? I'll plug all your socials before we get out of here, bro.
Anywhere on the internet, if you type in Denver Trav, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, you're going to find me there. I post every single day talking about the news of the team, what could happen, what should happen, what won't happen, and just talk about the Broncos every day. Off season, season. It doesn't really matter what day it is. There's going to be a post from me. So you know where to find me. I'm always posting. So appreciate you guys having me on here too. So.
Dude, this was lit, dude. We're going to have to do this more often if you're up for it, dude. Maybe we won't take your time this like we did tonight.
It was fun. It was fun.
Take all your time, brother.
The discussion was fun, though.
Don't matter. It was fun. So
hell yeah, dude. Thank you so much, Denver Trav.
Yeah.
Our good
glad you had a
friend.
good time, man.
Yeah.
Glad you had a good time. We appreciate you being here.
Appreciate you guys.
Hell yeah, this was good. George, any final words, my boy?
Hey, just much love, my brother Dak. Always. We're getting here to close to the season. I can't wait. You know, we get to have that first Monday show after the first training camp, couple days. So next Monday should be a lot of fun. And Trav, Denver Trav, man, keep killing it, dude. Keep up the good work. Killing the clips, man. The TikTok's blowing up. Your takes are awesome.
Same with you guys, man.
I like your mindset, man, and we're gonna link up for sure. And if you do make it out or anytime, whenever you do, we could link up. But even if not, we can have you for some pregame shows or whatnot during the season. You know, keep the hype going, man. I can't wait to keep linking up with you.
Yes, sir.
Hell
Thank you.
yes, definitely, bro. I think Denver Trav Broncos Bros. What do you think, Montoya?
Shit, but you already know he's a Bronco,
You already know, bro.
Oh, what do you mean?
Shout out to our friend Denver Trav for joining us. Shout out to you guys for tuning in with us tonight. Tomorrow's training camp, and you already know.
Very nice.
Even, bro, mile high salute to y'all. Good night. Good night to you, my boy Denver Trav. Good night,
Hey.
Montoya.
See you guys.
Much love, brothers. Even Broncos, bro.
Later, y'all.
See you.
Denver even Broncos, bro, when we hit that field. Orange and blue pride, it's our strength and our shield. Every win, every loss, we deal with the flow. Broncos Bros on the mic, let the whole world know. So tune in tight as we break it down slow. Broncos Bros forever, let the whole world know.